This is the Garmin Vevosmart fitness band. This band will run you around $120, but depending on where you pick this band up at, I have seen it on sale for as low as $80. Now I'm going to go over the features of this fitness band, the pros and cons of this fitness band. So anyway, let's get started with the video. Now as you can see, the Garmin Vevosmart is made all out of rubber, and it is a very lightweight fitness band. And the way you put this on, you just put it over your wrist, and then you just snap it on with these little clips, and it goes on just like that. And they also provided this little clip right here, and what this little clip is for is so once you attach it on, after you're done clipping it on there, you can put this over it like so, and it'll keep it from falling off your arm once my camera focuses, but it'll keep it from falling off your arm. So that's what that little piece is. Now in my experience, you really don't have to use that little clip, but it just adds more protection so it won't fall off your arm when you're running, jogging, and things like that. So I mean, since it's already there, why not just go ahead and snap it on. Now the biggest thing you're probably wondering about this fitness band is how long is the battery life on this fitness band for your fitness workouts and things like that. Now this band gets, I would say, a pretty solid battery on it. It gets anywhere from 5 to 6 days out of it. Most of the time I'm getting 5.5 days out of this fitness band, so that's pretty accurate for a lot of fitness bands. So I would say it's on par with some of the other Garmin products and some of the other Fitbit products. 5 to 6 days is pretty accurate. Now one thing about this fitness band is it does use a proprietary charging cradle looking thing, and here it is right here. So basically what you do is there's pins on here, and what you have to do is open this up and put the band in it. It basically has these on one side of the band in the inside, if you can see it on camera, it has these little pins inside, and basically you just take this, like I said, open it up, and then put the Vevosmart in it like that, and it rests like that. Then the other end is just USB, so you don't have to worry about that part. That part is just USB, so you can charge this thing on your computer, your laptop, any USB chargers you have laying around, which is a good thing. And since the battery is 5 to 6 days, you won't have to be charging this much. But just make sure you don't lose this charger looking thing, like a dongle thing, or this cradle looking thing, because this is a proprietary charger for the Vevosmart. Now the Vevosmart band is a touchscreen type fitness band. So basically what you do is you double tap on here, and it'll show you the band. And as you can see, I have it on brightness 1, and here's what the band looks like. Now you can have this customized however you want it. You don't have to have it the way I have it set up, because there are different screens you can have set up on this fitness band. And currently right now, when I first tap on it, I do have the date and time. It says 3:49, Sunday the 26th of June. It doesn't actually say June on it. It just says whatever day of the week it is and what actual date is, like the 26th, the 16th, the 14th, the 1st of the month. It just says that. And another thing about this band is you really don't have to double tap it to wake it up. Actually, if you go into the settings of this band, you can actually have it to where it stays on all the time, like a wristwatch. So if you just want it on all the time when you look at your wrist, you can have it like that. But I have it set to where I just double tap it. Since I don't look at it all the time, I only look at it once in a while, I really just keep it like that, because I don't know, to be honest, what the battery life is of this if you keep it on all the time. So that's why I have it on double tap. And I must say the responsiveness of this band is pretty good. It may not look good on camera, but in real life the responsiveness, I must say, is very good for a fitness band. And I forgot to mention, but this does connect to your smartphone, so you do need a smartphone to actually track it. Of course, you could use this as a standalone band if you just want to know every day, like how many calories you're burning or how much steps you're taking. But this is really meant to be used with a smartphone. Now, as you double tap it to go through the screens as well, you just swipe your hand. As you can see, I've walked 4,040 steps today. It's 3:51, and I've also burned 1,000 1,574 steps right now, or I burned 1,574 calories at this current moment. And another thing you did notice on the band is, one nice thing about this one in particular, it will get notifications from your smartphone. And I do apologize, my camera's having some auto-focusing problems. But as you can see, I do have one message on my smartphone. And one nice thing about this band is you can actually read the full text message on this. It's just not like a little preview. You can read the full text message if someone sends you a text message. It's not just a preview. And another nice thing about the text messages on this band is it'll actually get notifications from multiple services, not just your SMS text messages like your standard text messages or phone calls. You can get notifications from like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and things like that. Pretty much any type of service that has a notification that's text, then you can actually get it on this fitness band. I'm gonna go ahead and demo that. I think that's just like a little preview like on Twitter or something, but you click on it and then it'll show you right there, if my camera could focus really quick, how high it's something about a highlights. But anyway, there it is. And here goes my biggest problem with this. As you can see, after using this, because I've had this for about a month and a half now, as you can see on this band, the real one problem I have is some of the way the LED lights work, or the way the text pops up, is like these little lights. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to see on camera since my camera does not want to autofocus. But if you can see real quick, it's having a problem where the display is kind of like going out or whatnot. It's not too bad, but it is not the best display just because it tends to like go out. I'm gonna go ahead and show you again what I'm talking about. If my camera will autofocus really quick, as you can see, it's kind of like, some of it's kind of like chopped off right there. My hand's moving right there. It's kind of not the best. You can't read everything clearly because the display is I'll try to get it a little bit closer, but the display, if I can get the focus, but as you can see, some of the display is not the best on here. It's kind of going out, to be honest, and that's my biggest gripe. I don't know like how many more months down the road will this display still be working, but that's my biggest complaint with this thing. The display is not the best. It tends to like start going out pretty fast, unfortunately. So for $120, I'm not quite sure. I will try to update you guys in the future. But the one thing I will say, as far as the main features, like your calorie counting and how many steps you've actually went, the display is still cooking and doing very well in terms of calories burnt and the time of day and date and how many steps you've taken. So in that department, you really don't have to worry. So far, my display is working very, very good. It's just reading text messages or reading notifications that comes up on the band. The display is kind of like going out and whatnot. Now also, you can customize this band and have different screens up. You don't have to have those screens. They have different screens, like you can set a primary goal of how many steps you want to hit your day. Like say you're trying to hit like 9,000 steps. You can have it to where it shows you how many more steps you need to get to your goal. You can also have another counter that tells you every 15 minutes. If you sit too long, it'll buzz and remind you that you do need to get up and start moving every 15 minutes. If you're sitting too long, like at a desk or something like that, it will remind you. Another thing about this fitness band is that this does have a vibrator in it, so you can set an alarm on this fitness band and it will buzz. Like if you set an alarm for the morning and you want to wake up for like work, school, or if you're going on a workout session early in the morning, you can have this to where it will vibrate on your arm. I have tried it, and you can also set the level of vibration if you want it more stronger or a little bit less vibration, so it won't wake you up as easily. Overall, that feature does work pretty nice, and it does have a stopwatch as well on this model. So if you need a stopwatch, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the stopwatch on here. If you hold down on the fitness band as well, you will get to the menu. So double tap to wake it up, and then hold down on any screen and it'll get to the menus. And then you got a moon. The moon basically puts it in sleep mode because it also tracks your sleep patterns. So if you're wearing this while you're sleeping, it will track. If you're a very restless person, or you don't get enough sleep, or you have deep sleep, it will track your patterns on this fitness band. As again, you hold down on the band, and here's everything. You can also adjust, of course, the brightness of this. I have it currently set on 1, but here's 2, 3, 4, and that's the maximum brightness on this. I'm just going to go back down. Of course, battery will be worse the more brightness you put on, of course. And then also the way in the menu, you can actually check the battery. If you click the little eye, I do apologize, my camera is having so much autofocusing problems. But if you press the little eye right there, you can see that it does tell me what firmware version I'm on. I'm trying to get it to focus. What firmware version I'm on, and the battery life on the right hand side, and you can see I'm on full battery because I just charged this thing up. And one nice thing about this is you really never have to worry about the battery. You never have to keep checking that, because once the battery gets to a certain level to where it's too low, on the main menu, whatever you have set up as your home screen, it will have a little battery indicator telling you you're out of battery and you need to recharge it. So every 5 or 6 days it will bring up that battery indicator on the main menu, and it will be blinking to tell you that you're low on battery. So you don't have to always go into that menu to check the battery life on this fitness band. And another thing this thing has, it will signal your smartphone if you can't find your smartphone as well. Let me go ahead and click down on this. Let me go ahead and see right here in the menu. As you see, there's a little phone. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a little phone in the middle. If you click on it, it will find your smartphone, but you do have to be in range of your smartphone, of course, via Bluetooth. I'm going to go ahead and click down. I'm going to show you how that works. As you can see in the video, or here in the video, my smartphone is going off right now. And basically what it does is it makes that loud beeping sound. And on the back of the smartphone as well, it does blink a light, so you can try to see it if your smartphone is like laying down on a table. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to find it. And then the notification just says your phone was found by the Vevosmart right there, as you can see right there. I'm gonna go ahead and click off of that message, and then that's basically how you find your smartphone. It's not really effective, because sometimes when I do it, even though my smartphone is in range, sometimes it has problems finding the smartphone, unfortunately. So that's a hit or miss on that feature. So don't lose your cell phone. Try not to lose your cell phone, because that feature is not really effective 100% of the time. At least in my case. I don't know in other people's cases, but in my case, it does not always find the smartphone. And in terms of tracking your fitness and logging your fitness, of course, there is a smartphone app on your smartphone, and the smartphone app is the Garmin Connect app on Android and iOS. And I'm not going to go into detail on the app in this video. I will be making a separate video on the app, just because it's going to take me longer in this video, and I don't want this video getting too long. So the link will be in the description if you want to see more about the Garmin Connect app that goes along with the Vevosmart or any Garmin. It actually works with any Garmin fitness band. But if you want to see the Garmin Connect app that tracks all your fitness, the link will be down in the description. I am going to make another video, just to clarify that up. I am going to make a separate video just on the Garmin Connect app that goes along with this fitness band. Now, the one nice thing also I did forget to mention I do like about this band does look like a traditional rubber band, so it's not too intrusive. If you don't want people knowing you're wearing a fitness band, or if you don't want one that's not too clunky. As you can see, this one's not too clunky at all. It's very minimalistic. It doesn't really look like a fitness band. It's not like some of the other ones that are clunky, big, and whatnot. This is just a very, very small band. And it doesn't feel really tight tight on your wrist, and it doesn't really weigh you down. As long as you have it on the correct notches for your size, then it's not really bad overall. I do like the design. It's not big, it's not clunky, it's not bad, and it does feel very nice on your wrist. Now, don't forget to, as you can see, for some reason it's signaling my smartphone again, as I said before. For some reason, sometimes that feature is a hit or miss, and for some reason it randomly started making my cell phone go off. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of the menu. But like I was saying, don't forget to check out part 2 where I go over the Garmin Connect app that goes along with this. The link will be down in the description, or I'll just put it as a little eye icon in the top right hand corner of this video. It will be in the top right hand corner of this video. Anyway guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.